what you feel or what you know.
So I was up on top of the mountain recording all my audio on this camera, but of course when I went to download it, I didn't know that I was actually looking at what was on the camera and not what had already been downloaded onto the iPad from previous videos, and so I deleted everything. Not great. So now I'm down here just trying to record somewhat of what I talked about on top of Donner Summit, walking through all of the snow. And a lot of it wasn't like the most positive, I suppose, so I guess it's okay that I've deleted it, and then I'll just redo it here by the river and I don't know, just talk about what is kind of going through my brains for today. So coming back to Tahoe, I've kind of found that I'm getting a bit stagnant. It's time to perhaps move on, new experiences, or just look for different opportunities. This place, while it's so beautiful, there's something about being in an area that's just filled with a lot of wealthy people. It's kind of hard to be accepted into an area where it's only second homes, third homes, and there's this void about places that people just come up to visit and to vacation or show off their wealth, or in a way, or I don't know, they're so very transient, and it can really get you down at times. So I've been thinking a lot about what to do next and a way to travel around. So this morning I was looking on the Googles, trying to figure out a way to perhaps travel to different countries and just work as like even like a farmhand or some kind of volunteer work in exchange for housing and meals. And I came upon a website called World Packers. There's a few like this, but this one seemed to be the biggest. And it was such a good idea about going to different countries and working on a farm or a horse ranch or some kind of hotel just to help out a business or a family even in exchange for your housing and some meals. And as I'm kind of doing like the servitude lifestyle right now to survive, I thought it was actually perhaps a pretty good deal if you could work in exchange for some kind of housing. Because I'm working a lot right now and I don't even have housing, nor could I really afford it. So I signed up for their website and I've been looking at opportunities in France, which is the language I've been trying to learn on Duolingo for the last 4 months. No, longer than that. 260 days is what I'm up to. So almost a year. So I don't know. I am excited about the possibility, at least. I would just have to get my passport updated, which it's been a long time. Can't be that hard though. think that I need to figure out a way, regardless, to travel outside of the country. I've been getting just really annoyed with America, and that happens when I've just been staying in the country for far too long without traveling outside of it. I lose the appreciation for this country, and I start getting demoralized and angry towards other people coming into the country, thinking that they're taking a lot of the jobs, or at least diluting the workforce here, and then giving corporations and businesses a reason to pay people less money. And I don't know, just experience different cultures and how different people are living, and it's good to broaden your horizons. Sadly, I don't really have the money to do that completely on my own dime, nor do I like to do the vacations, because you don't really get the experience of being in a community and seeing how the locals actually live. I think also just with the world becoming more of a single economy, you know, we're being so connected. It's important to have the experience of traveling around and seeing other countries and experiencing different cultures, meeting new people, and seeking out any opportunities that could be out there in the world, rather than just in your own little small bubble like I'm in the bubble of America, or the town that you grew up in and never left. For me, I get really nervous about any kind of travel, actually, and it's hard for me because I don't like new places or really getting outside of my own comfort zone. It's probably why I've stuck around in California and Tahoe, because it's become so comfortable for me. But I know deep down that's not what's healthy for me, and I need to get out before I start losing my sanity, and then just thinking that this is all there is driving on the gig economy and living in a vehicle, not pursuing any type of relationships romantically, and just overall being really lazy about moving forward in life. But the problem is, here in the States, I really don't know how to move forward or what steps to take next. So I gotta figure that out by all means necessary, and looking at any kind of opportunity that could be out there. So anyways, I tend to do everything kind of on a whim, and like traveling and making plans by the seat of my pants. But I hope that this World Packers app actually does what they claim it does, I've watched a few reviews online, and it sounds like it's a pretty cool opportunity. You can go to other countries for up to like a couple months at a time, and you're kind of just taken care of the whole time. So it'd be another opportunity just to become more of a minimalist and less attached to any one place. Travel and just really have to pay for a plane ticket, as a lot of the places will pick you up from the airport. And you get to learn new languages, which is always a great skill to have as we become more of a one world interconnected economy. So I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's any downsides. I'm already not really moving forward a lot in like a career or life, so I might as well look for any kind of means, even if it's not in the normal realm of life pathways, you could say. I mean, not having any ties to any place in this country, not married, I don't have any kids living with me, so kind of just free to do what I want, I suppose. And I think I shouldn't take that for granted. I think I should try to take advantage of that fact and kind of do all I can to travel wherever I can and just try to learn more about different parts of the world, and especially the languages. It would be cool to be more of a world linguist. It's funny because I have tried to apply with these types of businesses before where you can travel and work, but it seems that they only want all really young people to do it and also pay to go someplace to work. So it's good, I guess, if you want to be like a college student and pay to do an internship or something, but there's not really that much available for older people who want to travel and work to kind of pay for that way. It seems crazy that basically a lot of it is I will travel and work, but I'm also going to pay for that experience, which is wild to me, because why not just pay for your own vacation to travel somewhere? Maybe it's cheaper, but it's still pretty expensive, because I don't know, it's probably just a way for rich kids to kind of get around and have that work in another country experience. But even the people who come to Tahoe, and they are everywhere on the J1 visas. They are working on all our hotels, restaurants, the ski resorts. They're, of course, now doing the Uber deliveries and Uber rides and DoorDash. So it seems like our work economy here is getting pretty flooded. And so that's another reason why I'm thinking that I need to get out of the country somewhat and go to a place perhaps where the jobs aren't flooded with millions of people, and that way allowing businesses to pay their people basically nothing. Because while I do enjoy driving on Uber, and I think it's like a good gig, it's still pretty miserable. But the only part that kind of makes it justifiable is that you can be miserable on your own terms, at least, and no one's telling you when to work or when to come on. Though that's kind of a fallacy, of that you work your own schedule, because you gotta work when all the rides are happening, and lately that's been 3 a.m. So I've been getting up at 2 a.m. every day, and boy, it's taken its toll on me. I am definitely pretty tired. Regardless, I need to find something different. Maybe that's going back to Idaho for a little bit and seeing if I can just move in with the parents again. Which, if I could do that, that would probably be a good option, actually. And it's in a place like Tahoe, so it wouldn't be all miserable. But anyways, that's kind of my daily update for the day. I had a lot more filmed already on top of the mountain, and sadly I made the mistake of deleting it all, so this is what you gotta deal with. But it's something.